Hello, welcome to the Creative Treehouse. My name is Robin Broom, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I'm so glad you're here today, whether you're watching the live or whether you're watching the replay. Either way, leave me a comment, and I'll um, hopefully respond, especially if you're live, I'll respond. And I'm streaming to both Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, so whichever platform works for you. And today we are going to be making a Christmas card, and it was one that we did in today's card workshop, and it's a repeat for tomorrow as well. And I thought it was just kind of fun because I have lots of Stampin' Up! Stuff, and I like to mix and match the old and the new, and so that's what this card is going to do. So if you're hanging on to some of your old stuff, that's cool. And I'll show you some ways to use it. So let me add, there we go. So that is the card, and pretty simple. And we get to do some coloring. I love to color. And so this is, not to reflect, the Humble Home. It is a new one. And it has a punch that goes with it. So the punch, look at that. You get to see the camera and stuff. That's fun. Okay, so punch, it's a bundle. So punches are fun. And then the other one is an older one, and you may still have it. It was called Perfectly Plaid. It actually had a punch to go with it as well. And we're going to be using these two stamps from that. And I think the sentiment actually came from a paper pumpkin. I like to keep my paper pumpkins too. So I'm going to try this out. Let me see what I can do some magic here. Aha! I love it. I love it. Love it. So now I get to be a circle. I like that. Okay, so here is the card that we're going to replicate, and I will get started. And don't forget to leave comments and let me know where that you're watching and where you're watching from. Let's see what I need. So if you come in person, or if you're even do online classes with me, you get a kit, and it has things cut and ready to go. And so for today, we've got this little square, and that's what we're going to do the house with. And I'm going to use the Memento ink, and we'll ink up the house. And make sure we got it really good. And there is the house. All right. Yep, I need to know, guys, if I'm really live or not. So y'all pop in and let me know that it's working. I do have my hubby's working on some stuff downstairs. Going to be cutting off electricity to some things. So hopefully he won't cut us off, but we'll see. Okay, so there's the house. And I'll go ahead and color it now with the blends. And we've got crumb cake, light crumb cake, and dark crumb cake. And that is what I'm going to use, basically the main part of the house. I'm going to use that. I prefer to use the bullet tip on the Stampin' Blends. It's also very easy on the other one to get it smushed, so be careful. You don't have to use you don't have to be heavy-handed with it at all, even on the bullet one, but definitely on the brush tip. You want to be gentle, but on the little details, I like the bullet tip the best. And if you're not familiar, the Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based markers, and they blend, thus the name. And they make coloring a breeze, and it's really great that they don't leave lines. So you don't have those pin lines that you have with most regular markers. So we've got that. And
I may be doing this all for naught. I can't see that anybody's watching yet.
So, but I think I'm pretty sure I'm live. Okay. So there's that.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do some shading with, and the blends come in a light and a dark. And so the light, and then I do the dark for the shadows. And then you can also blend it all in. So I'm just going to kind of make just all the edges. Have a quick coloring. I think I'll even go under here. Like so, under the windows. Oh, it looks pretty good. Oh, I forgot the chimney. I left out the chimney. Gotta have a chimney for Santa Claus to come down. I'm going to use the brush tip for this. And then you can kind of just go back over and blend those out a little bit. So I'm going back in with a light.
Okay. All right, so that's that part of the house. And I used Granny Apple Green for the, oh, good. That's fun. That's fun.
Yes, thanks, Lisa. Exactly. The heart is a puff of smoke coming out of the chimney.
Yes. That's why it's kind of at an angle there, but yes.
Very insightful. Thank you. Yep. That was my thought anyway, to use it like that. All right. Glad you're here and joining in. I was thinking that it might not be working. So, but I'm glad to see that it is working. All right, so I did the Granny Apple Green. You know, actually, I probably did dark, so I'm going to go back over it with the dark Granny Apple Green real quick. And like the blends are one of my absolute favorite coloring mediums. Okay, and underneath the bottom. And then we'll do the door in red. Of course, you could choose whichever colors. This one made me think a little bit more of like a gingerbread house.
A little more Christmassy.
Okay, and for the door, I use light cherry cobbler. And I'll try the brush tip. Let's see. Yep, Lisa was here today making these cards. So anybody think it's going to snow tonight? And if so, how much snow do you think we're going to get? I'm going to do the yellow for the windows. So there's somebody home. Okay. And then I'm using pecan pie, the dark pecan pie, for the roof line. And we'll punch it out with our punch. Do you hear my dog running up and down? Tick, 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 tick. All right. It's your favorite person in all the world was here just a minute ago and then left again. She thinks my son hung the moon. It's so funny. We have no idea why. Okay. So there is that. And then, because this is a relatively small piece of paper, what I'm going to do is, well, one thing you can do is you can use a sticky note as a handle so that you can more easily hold it. And now the punches you use upside down, which is kind of weird. Takes a little bit of getting used to. And then I kind of grab it just a little bit and make sure it's exactly where I want it, and then I punch like that. And so there you have it. It comes with it has a little, I think, a doorknob and a heart and a square, which I think is windows that you could use. Like if you were using those, that could be the windows. And we need the red for our heart, and I have a strip of, I think this is actually, I don't know if it's cherry cobbler. I think it might be real red. Oh, there we go. That's pretty loud. So now I have my heart, and the only other thing I need is my wreath, and that should be a little white square for my wreath, and my wreath stamp is missing. Oh. Nope, there it is. All right, again, I'm going to do this in Memento. And this one does not have a punch, but it's really small and you can easily just fussy cut it. All right, so we're going to use the light Granny Apple Green first. And this color makes me think of the Grinch. So I was telling everybody today that we made a Grinch wreath for my son because he's not, he doesn't decorate for Christmas or anything. So we decorated for him one year and we created a Grinch wreath. It was hilarious. All right, and then I'll make a red bow used in the blends. And I didn't say it, but what I did was I just went in with the dark Granny Apple Green and just put some little dots that kind of mimic some leaves or whatever. So there you've got that. And then take our trusty paper snips, and I almost feel like it's not focused. Is it not focused? And the paper snips are the best scissors in the world. Love, love, love them. And just kind of run it around, and voila, you've got the wreath. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the wreath on with a dimensional, and I set those out somewhere. Where did I put my dimensionals? Oh, scrap. I think I'm just going to use a mini one. I think the regular ones would work as well. Really big. Okay. So now you've got that on here. I saw somebody that did this and used they masked off the little squiggles so they didn't show, but it was like that's a lot of effort. All right, so now we'll take our hard base, or this part right here, and I'm going to do the tree. So we'll do the tree in the Memento, and there are two stamps to the tree. There's this part, which is the outline, and I'll put it right. Make sure I have enough ink. I'm going to put it right about there. And then, because these are photopolymer stamps, it is fairly easy to use this one. It doesn't have the trunk, it's just the leaves. So I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green ink. And let's see if I can line it up without getting my head in the camera. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, we'll see how we did. Haha, not bad. Okay. So, and you could also, some people today used those camping lens and just colored it that way, and you certainly could do that. All right, and then so I'm going to put the little house here, and the sentiment will go to the side. And I think that one, yeah, the sentiment definitely comes from the humble home. And I don't have the house all the way down. I just want to be sure I've got it in the right spot, because I'm going to try to make it to where, let me get it a little bit closer. Okay. I can't talk and stamp at the same time, to where the roof kind of goes right in that little section. So I think that works really well. And now I can go ahead and glue the house down. Actually, I can glue it down, and then we can go to our sentiment. All right. And I'm just going to use the liquid glue. Talking about liquid glue. And doesn't take a lot of glue to do these. It's a good, really strong glue. And I think I got that on there. And then red for the cherry cobbler for the happy holidays, which, like I said, I believe this one came from a paper pumpkin. Okay. And looking good. One of those looks a little crooked, but that's okay. And now I have it's kind of like it's a DSP, an older DSP, and it looks a little bit like buffalo check, I think. And I'm going to stick it down here. I'm leaving a little tiny bit of white so I can get it relatively even. Almost. Okay. And then I've got, this is actually Old Olive and not Granny Apple Green on the mat that I'm going to use. So a lot of times on these, I'll let you guys pick the colors, but Beverly, who was here today, when I asked what they thought I should do tonight for the live, she suggested this one, so I said, okie doke, let's do it. All right, let's put our little heart right there. And mine's going to have to be in the chimney just a little bit because I made my happy holidays a little bit too low. But that's okay. So that's that part. And then it just goes on a white card base. And then you've got the whole front of the card completed. So I'm going to flip it over, give it the glue. Yeah, I'm not seeing my whole screen, so I can't tell how many people are watching. Usually I can see those numbers. All right, so there you go. Y'all see those? So simple. And for the inside, what I did was I took another piece of the green with the red, and I just stamped the house without coloring it in the corner. And so it'll just go like that. And there you have it. So I think it's relatively fun, and you have to like the color on this one, I guess. But anyway, other than that, it's super simple and cute. I think it's cute. So that is all there is to it. All right, let's see. I'm going to move these out of the way. And I'm going to, let me see if I can. I just can't figure out why I'm not able to. Why this wasn't showing the top of this. I have no idea. All right, I'm going to move this back to this one. Yeah, I'm just missing the whole top of my screen. Okay, not a problem. I don't see how to zoom it a different way. That's okay. All right, so that is the deal. Thanks for watching, whether you're watching the replay or the live, and leaving comments. And next week, I will not be here because it will be Thanksgiving. Thursday is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that are in the U.S. And hope you enjoy a good Thanksgiving with family and friends, and that your turkey is delicious. My daughter is making her first turkey for a Friendsgiving, and that should be neat. Let's see. Oh, cool. The whimsical tree stamp she used to finish hers at home. Ah, perfect, Lisa. That's great. You have to send me a picture. I'd love to see that. I don't have the whimsical one, but yeah, it's great to be able to mix old ones and new ones, because that's one of the old ones, I believe, a couple years old. So excellent. You mixed and matched. Awesome. It's fun. Lots of things can work. Absolutely. All right. I think that is it. Because I didn't have enough commenters, I don't think we can do the giveaway. But and it doesn't show up anyway. I don't think on the replay. Let me see if I see what happens. Yeah, it won't let me draw. Yeah, that's funny.
All right. Okay, that is it. And now what time is it? 8:20. Okay, I told my husband that I could be downstairs helping him at 8:30, so I'm gonna make it perfect. All right, you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I should be able to see you the following Thursday, which will be December. So that's really hard to believe. So, yep, it's a very late Thanksgiving this year. I'm excited. My dad's coming in town. He hasn't been to our house in probably 10 years. And so this is exciting. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a house full of people, which will be neat. So there you go. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye bye.